Hello, this is CBRadioMagazine.com, and today we're going to have a look at the new Cobra 29 LTD BT, which is the Cobra 29 LTD with Bluetooth wireless technology. This is one of the newest radios to come out from Cobra. It's been touted as a highly capable Bluetooth device for drivers. So let's go ahead and unpack this a bit, and we'll have a look and see what we've got. Okay, we're going to have a closer look at the radio here. I'm going to point out some of the features. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit to give you a closer view of it. They've done a really good job in materials and styling on this radio. Like I said, when I unpacked it, I was immediately impressed with the way it looked. It has a really nice contrast between the black and the chrome. The black is a nice shiny black, but it's not overdone that you're going to leave fingerprints all over it. The blue LEDs on this thing, once we get it lit up, you're going to see how cool it looks. So let's go over some of the features real quick. We'll just start on the left side here. This radio is going to have a 6-pin microphone plug, and we'll show you this is the plug from the actual mic end. And it's going to support the Bluetooth enabled microphone, so it's not going to take a standard microphone plug. You're going to want to use the Bluetooth microphone that it comes with, and that's because it does have the Bluetooth feature on it. Going from the left to the right, we'll show you some of the knobs real quick. You're going to have a volume squelch knob. This is all going to be pretty standard, and then I'll show you some of the new features they've added. They're going to have a dynamic to control your mic gain. You're going to have your RF gain, your delta tune. You're going to have a Talkback knob here. It's a switch. You turn it on. It's actually variable Talkback. This is something they hadn't really been adding to radios in the CB market for the last couple years. It's something that some of the other radios have done, but it hasn't been real widespread throughout the CB radio community. So a lot of the CBers have spoken up and said this is a feature they want. They like to be able to hear themselves on the radio. They like to be able to test out echo mics or just different microphones to get the sound. And so that Talkback feature is going to be real popular. You basically can adjust the level, and if you want to turn it off, you can click it off. So variable Talkback is on this radio. There's going to be SWR calibration is the outer knob on that, and that's when you're calibrating your radio to use the SWR feature. In the left-hand corner here, you're going to have basically a switch for your meter control for the different features. SRF is going to show your incoming signal and also your outgoing RF power. The SWR position is going to show your SWR reading on the radio. The calibrate position is going to be for calibrating the radio for checking your SWR. You're going to have your noise blanking switch. It's going to have the ANL and the NB ANL position. So it's going to have 2 stages of noise blanking. You're going to have a PA CB switch here. This is so you can go to PA mode if you hook up a PA speaker on the back. Something that they're still including on their Cobras, which I like. It has a bright dim switch, and that's so you can adjust the level of brightness in the display at nighttime. And it does have a channel 9 instant switch that you can switch here, and it'll instantly take you to channel 9. I'll show you the microphone real quick. This is the Bluetooth microphone. It looks fairly like a standard CB mic with your push-to-talk switch. The main noticeable difference is going to be the Bluetooth button here in the middle. This will be the button that will enable you to connect to the cell phone. When we start showing you the Bluetooth features, we're actually going to get a cell phone out here and we're going to hook it up and show you how that feature works. We're going to go through all the stages of setting it up, so if you're having trouble, you'll know how to hook up your Bluetooth phone to get this feature going. It's a very neat feature. It's something that this is the only radio on the market that has it, and so far from what I've heard, a lot of people on the road are enjoying it, and it's actually very useful, especially with some of the laws in many of the states now going to hands-free, where you can't actually hold your cell phone while you're driving. They're making it illegal. So I think this radio is definitely going to gain a lot of popularity. It's basically still a Cobra 29 LTD radio. It just has had the addition of the Bluetooth feature. It's still going to have the basic same performance as a Cobra 29 LTD, and we're going to display that as we get into the video here. We're also going to show you the inside of the radio. So let's turn it on. We'll show you what this looks like with the blue lights and everything, and I think we'll really see how neat this radio looks. Okay, we've got the radio hooked up to power. Let's turn it on here and we can show you the lighting on this radio. This radio is going to have blue lighting on it. It's going to have a blue meter light. It's also going to have blue LED channel display. The blue lighting on the radios these days is really popular. You'll see it in the Magnum and the Striker radios. Not as many of the Cobras have switched over yet, so this is one of the nice features of this new radio they've come out with, is the blue lighting. The blue with the black and the chrome looks really good. My camera isn't picking up the blue color as well. That's my camera's fault, not the radio. The radio in person here looks fabulous. The blue channel display at nighttime especially is going to look really cool. You'll see a little blue light blinking, and I think you also heard a beep when we turned it on there. That's the Bluetooth function of the radio. You're going to see that light right here. That's a dual function light. It's antenna warning light, and it also will do the Bluetooth light up blue, letting you know when the radio is looking for a connection. And we'll get more into the Bluetooth features and how it links up to your cell phone. I will show you real quick. The RX-TX light will go from red to green on this radio. Light's going to be right here. As you transmit, it'll go red, and when you go on and receive, it'll be in the green position. The Talkback on this radio is one of the specific new features that they've added to these Cobra radios, and I'll display that for you real quick just so you get an idea. I'll try and move a little bit of ways away and let the Talkback on the radio give you an idea of how it sounds and the volume of it. Basically, we can go over here, turn on, and the knob will click on and the Talkback will be on. We can adjust the variable Talkback. We'll just turn it to the full position. Let me give you a quick test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Audio. It has a good Talkback to it. It's clear. It's adjustable, which is nice. It's not overly loud at the max position, but it definitely is loud enough to hear yourself. I don't think we're going to run into any feedback or squealing issues with this Talkback. It seems like it's not overdone. It's like some of the radios, you can turn it up too loud where it's just going to be overbearing. So it seems like a good feature. I'm impressed with that so far. And that is the Talkback on the radio right here. And it can go in the off position if you don't intend to use it. So what we're going to do is move over and start discussing some of the Bluetooth features, show you that in action. I'm actually going to bring out a cell phone and hook that up as I mentioned before. And we're going to go through the Bluetooth in detail. That'll be part 2 of the video. In part 3 we'll actually discuss some of the tuning of the radio inside, how it's familiar to its original version, the 29 LTD Classic, and how the radio is very similar and tune up in similar positions inside.